We're coming to you this morning from Seshego at one of the local high schools where COSAS, the Congress of South African Students in the province, has announced that it plans to shut down the schooling system in the province following the continued attempts by the Education Department to continue with the academic calendar for the year 2020. We understand, of course, that there has been vehement disagreement from education stakeholders such as SABC and other teacher unions. Now, COSAS in the province, joined by their counterparts elsewhere in the country, are amplifying and echoing the same message. Joining us to explain exactly where COSAS stands is COSAS Provincial Secretary in Limpopo, Skalo Mahladisa. Skalo, very good morning to you. Would you kindly take us through the message by COSAS in the province? What are your demands?
Good morning to you, Katleo, and all viewers. We as the Congress of South African Students in the province of the North, Limpopo province, we've taken a very clear posture, or we are calling for a very clarion call to say all schools must shut down. Necessarily because we are of a view that the current situation dictates that learners must not venture into school premises, necessarily because the number of infected learners is increasing daily. The department was more sophistical than scientific in approach. We were made to believe that the coronavirus only infects old people, but the 1,260 infected learners across the length and the breadth of the country tells us that what they told us was far away from the truth. So it is now time to stand tall and save a black child. We are saying they must prepare educational camps. The department must prepare educational camps where matriculants and all exiting point in the pre-tertiary level must go to those camps. Your grade 7 must go to camps. Your grade 12 candidates or matriculants must go to camps because it can't even take a month to prepare those camps. They took less than a week to dig graves. Million graves. It means those people have got resources, have got land. They spend a lot of money in those graves. So we are saying they must prepare educational camps whereby there is no one who will enter into those environment. Now we are facing this situation because our learners, we as learners who are going to schools, then after we are going home to meet our parents who met with other people at work places. And then on the way we are still meeting people. So in educational camps we don't meet anyone. We are just there to learn. As the main aim or the purpose of being in school is to learn and develop academically. Our aim will be there to learn, develop academically, and to replace an empty mind with an open one. Not this thing of coming here, then after when I'm going home, on the way I meet other people, so and so. So it will not work.
And this morning here in Seshego, we understand the same is also happening throughout the entire province. When you say you want to shut down schools, what exactly does that mean? Are you saying you want learners out of the premises of the schools, or are you planning something else that is entirely different as long as it will not result in education taking place?
It's a matter of taking decision, Katleo. It's either we are guilty for allowing the department to play with our lives, or we are guilty for putting a full stop in what the department is doing. Now, COSAS, what is doing in the province of Limpopo is putting a full stop in what the department is doing. Comrades in Mudimole are closing schools. Comrades in Lephalale are closing schools. Comrades in Mohopong are closing schools. Comrades in Bochum are closing schools. Comrades in Zaneni, in Jennifer's, across the length and the breadth of the province are closing schools. So it's exactly what we are doing here at Seshego. We're going to close schools. All learners must go home. The only time when learners will come back to school is when the department will have announced that educational camps are well prepared, whereby learners will go to educational camps straight, not come to schools where they are going to meet someone who's a teacher and staying 20 kilometers away from the school, traveling almost every day to school, meeting people on the way. That one will not work. We are saying they must prepare educational camps, full stop.
Where does the idea of educational camps emanate from?
The Congress of South African Students took a decisive decision in the NEC meeting which said this weekend. We took this decision, and also as a province we said no, we cannot allow the basic education sector to continue doing things like that. We've been advising them. We wrote letters, we did everything to say this is what we must do. By the way, it is not binding that the academic calendar must end in December. We told them earlier that no, if possible, you can extend the academic calendar so that it can suit us, because learners, the examination paper which was set for matriculants to write this year, it was prepared in advance long time ago. So we were saying to them they must change, they must prepare an examination which with a COVID-19 impact. The examination which will suit a learner who came across COVID-19, who spent almost 2 months without going to school, who was at home without reading, who didn't even familiarize himself or herself with the e-learning, so online learning and everything. They must set a question paper which speaks to that directly, but they didn't. We have been doing everything, that now is time to take it to the street. We are saying we are taking learners home. They must stay at home so that the department can be willing to listen to us on what we are advising them to do.
Thank you very much. That is the Provincial Secretary of COSAS in the Limpopo province, Carlo Mahladisa, basically explaining that the narrative of the student movement has shifted from them saying that schools do not have sufficient and adequate personal protective equipment and that schools do not have water and enough ablution facilities, to now saying that they want learners to completely avoid schools such as these ones behind me, saying that they would like to see learners back at home until the peak of this pandemic has subsided. For now, it is back to you in the studio.